Starmie EX feels like the most powerful card in Pokemon Pocket right now that has simply not found a home in any of the best decks in the format. Today, I'm going to be showcasing a deck with it that I used to top 8 a Pokemon Pocket tournament. I've also played it in a handful of other tournaments as well, posting reasonable results in those. This Starmie Lumineon variation feels like one of the most potent and skill testing decks in the game right now. Its ability to have a really aggressive start with Starmie EX, especially when you're going first with Misty, lets you run people out of the game before they even get set up on occasion. And in the games where you're not high rolling, you have a ton of bobbing and weaving with your free retreat costs and cheap attackers like Farfetch, giving you a lot of maneuverability and decision making in every single game. If you're someone that enjoys having a chance in every single game that you play, this deck list is a phenomenal one for doing that, which is why I've been loving playing it inside of a wide spread of tournaments. Your Gyarados matchup is very strong thanks to Lumineon sniping their backline. Your Pikachu and Celebi matchups are close and skill testing. Your Mewtwo matchup can be a little bit hard but super winnable with tight play, and it feels like you're never out of any game just because of what your opponent is playing. I hope you enjoy these best of 3 tournament matches. I think they do a phenomenal job of showcasing not only the power of this deck, but also the incredible range of skill testing decisions that go into the gameplay. If you enjoy what you see and you like this more focused tournament content, be sure to smash that like button. For the rest of today, enjoy. 4 basic Celebi, Executor, no Superior, lots of utility here. Let's see how this lines up. Farfetch is definitely our best possible opener. First energy advantage is a mixed bag a little bit, because it means they can evolve into Executor right away. No red card, so I can hold the Staryu to conceal information about that. If I draw Farfetch'd on the first turn of the game, X speed plus Giovanni lets me scramble the egg and probably steal it for free. Would be the big advantage to having first energy here. 1 and 8 to win the game on the spot. This is 50% to win the game on the spot. Giovanni, X speed, duck, energy, retreat. I have assembled Exodia. Sometimes lucky. Rubber ducky. Our opponent has 4 basics, 2 Celebi, 2 Execute. They Pokeballed and didn't play it out. Are they worried? They must not, if it's Execute, they must not have Executor, and they're worried about this sniping it for a turn. They do have 2 copies of Sabrina here. With them not having the Execute out here, it means that at any point if they play it out, I can clear it. They're not playing copies of blue. So if they play the egg out, we snipe it with the fish. If they don't play the egg out, we evolve, retreat for free, crack them with Farfetch'd, and we get to Misty the Staryu as well. Missing on that means we're a little bit less aggressive, but I also just don't have Starmie to start anyways. They notably are not playing Giovanni, so they have to flip 2 heads in order to clear this Farfetch'd next turn. I'm playing out the other Phidian to play around a copy of Sabrina, which they have 2 of. If we would have hit heads here, they would have to Erica for fear of Starmie, but because we missed, they can Sabrina us this turn. I'm just Ericaing anyways. If they hit 2 heads here, we're in kind of a bad spot. Okay, we get some breathing room. This miss means that I'm able to build up to a Starmie if we draw it in 2 cards. Am I supposed to Giovanni? Giovanni puts them to 70, which means Starmie clears them through potion, and there's still a copy of Professor's Research in my deck, so I want to Giovanni this turn so I can research into Starmie and beat potion. Two Starmies and 1 research in my deck. They have second Erica. We always put up Lumineon here because it has a free retreat cost. Kind of lets us punt the decision of what we're going to be doing. Need a Starmie here real bad. So they could high roll us, obviously, but this is definitely the play. They're through both Ericas at this point. Saves them from Farfetch'd being lethal, I suppose. If they don't win the game here, our Lumineon's going to take a knockout on the egg. And again, they only have 1 more potion for sustain here. Yeah, I think unless I make a big mistake, we're just locked in here. That's what I keep them from getting to an Executor, and then if they switch off of this, they're through 2 Ericas and a potion already. They need to have their second potion and retreat this, and if they retreat it, they're not clearing the Lumineon. And they'll need their execute here as well to not die to the Sabrina. So first game, really clean and easy. Obviously, high roll, free roll. Second game, good back and forth. It's a pretty big flip. If we hit it, we get to clear them with Starmie next turn. Feels bad to lose 2 50-50s in a row, lose the starting energy flip, and then lose the Misty flip on top of it. I'm gonna put Starmie here and switch back to this, because if I hit the Drudagon with the Staryu, a Frogadair can clear the Staryu. So this has 20 more life. It also gets us an energy on here, so that way if they put Magikarp out, I can evolve into hitting it. And then next turn, if I hit on this Misty Heads, I can still retreat this back for free and then clear this with Starmie. See what happens with this and then make a decision. I think I clear the Carp. I think I clear the Carp with the Starmie ready to go. So if they have Leaf Greninja, they clear the Lumineon next turn. But then the Starmie comes up and wins the race into the Greninja. That's close. This is a big decision point. There's three different plays here. There's Clear the Carp, there's Aqualiner the Frogadair, and there's Starmie Clear the Druddigon. And I think there's reasonable merit to discussing all three of those lines, because all three of them are better and worse against different things my opponent could be doing here. Them not having Leaf Greninja this turn means I get to Aqualiner the Frogadair, meaning that the Greninja will be dead in one to the Starmie at any point, which leaves us in a good spot. Lumineon is not only good into things like Magikarp, but a lot of what your Lumineons do in this deck is they kind of chew the food in the back line to make it so your Starmie's 90 can clear anything in one when it comes to the front, which is a big deal. So again, I'm going to go ahead and tap the Frogadair now. So that way, if they Leaf Frog next turn, which is more likely after their Professor's Research, the Starmie comes up and clears the Greninja, and then they have no attackers. And then Starmie plus Geo is set to clear this in one, so they don't have time to set up a Magikarp. Yeah, I think the opponent would need, like, Magikarp into Misty on it into Evolve Gyarados to have a real shot here. Because they can't clear this, we'll just cut their outs here. We have first energy advantage again. Maybe we'll hit with our Misty this time, huh? If we hit with our Misty while going first, the Lumineon going first is actually the best possible draw we could have. I am very confident of 19 of the 20 cards in this deck. The one slot I'm a little bit unsure of is the second Farfetch'd. Might be better as a second. Might be better as a second Sabrina. Other than that, I would play all the other 19 cards. All right, we stole the first energy advantage and then some here. Oh my goodness, first energy on the fish. It's a lot of hope, gamer. It's a lot of optimism. A lot of optimism in that leap out. If we find a Staryu in these draws, the game's probably done. There's a world where we, like, full brick on a basic, and they could potentially get us here. All right. Or at least not full bricked. That one out. I Can I get a flavor judge ruling on Lumineon hunting Magikarp? That seemed like it fits the natural order of things. Or is there a disturbance in the force? I really need a Duck or a Staryu here. Duck or a Staryu in 3 draws. We have another research, so a lot of live ones. I think the Staryu means we're done here. We get to put Finneon up and deal 20 here, and then even if they have Greninja to clear this, Starmie plus Giovanni deals 100 next turn, and we're dead. Our Starmies were buried in the first game, so they got one off of us, but these last two is more typical in how this matchup plays out. Tends to be not unlosable, but very strong for our deck. All the tournaments I play in are best of 3, because best of 1 is too high variance for me to enjoy it. Losing a really good matchup because of a game like that first one would not be fun. Splish splash, do 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 do. Would the opponent have been in a better spot if they retreated to the Druid God? The Lumineon would have just chased it down, so it doesn't really matter. Play against stock Mewtwo, 9 Pokemon with 1 Mew EX as the 5th basic, 2 Leaf, 2 Sabrina, 2 Mythical Slab, and a singleton red card. Notably, no Potion, no Blue, no Giovanni. That's definitely the kind of opener we want against 1 red card. So that's noteworthy here is if we crack the routes a single time, even once it evolves, Lumineon snipes it for 50 to finish it up. Do they have a Leaf to get this routes out of the active spot? I don't know what I want my last bench slot to be just yet, so I'm going to go ahead and slap them. No Giovanni for the opponent is really good for our 60 HP Pokemon. Our basics don't have to worry about getting cracked in 1 turn by Mewtwo unless they have a side drive ready to go. Taking their sweet time here. I think it's here, so that way if they put up... Because if they put up Mewtwo next turn... And crack me? No, if they put up Mewtwo next turn, I'm going to Starmie them. I'll play this out so it doesn't get red carded away. I guess if they put the routes up, I retreat to the Starmie and crack them too. Doesn't seem great for them either way. If they hit the evolution for this next turn, they could threaten to side drive this the following turn, in which case I'll need another Duck or a Finneon here to apply pressure. So again, for people who are bad at counting, they attach an energy this turn, and then if they evolve this, they'll have 4 energy the next turn. But that depends. That depends on them having their stage 1 this turn. If they don't have their stage 1 this turn, they don't threaten a side drive next turn, and then we're in a very good spot. X speed is honestly pretty good here, I think. I want to keep the energy on the Farfetch'd. Play another one of these out. It's a shame I don't have a Giovanni, because Giovanni would have let me put this to 50, which would let Lumion run this down. I'm not playing the Lumineon because if they want to red card my 2-card hand, they're more than welcome to. And I don't need it in the short term. No energy on the Mew this turn is interesting because it means they don't threaten genome hacking. I think that's a mistake. I think they're supposed to put an energy on Mew this turn. There's the Gardevoir. I would have also not have been surprised if they put the energy on Gardevoir last turn to threaten a Sly Shot. I think putting the energy here when they could have Gardevoired it up was a mistake. And again, there's no potions and no blue in their deck because they had to find room for red card. Their last basic is one more Mewtwo. Put it down 4 minutes on the clock here. Next turn, we're going to switch to the Lumineon and just start hitting the things in the back line. Because anything they put up that would kill the Lumineon, we win the game once we clear it. And the Lumineon threatens to win the game in 2 turns regardless. This matchup is the reason I wanted the second Farfetch'd in the deck, and we're kind of seeing it play out here, why it's so good. Opponent no longer dead to Sabrina off the top. Okay, so this play is good for them, except they don't have Giovanni, so they can't clear this duck in 1. So now they have no knockout points. So now I just go Leak Slap, Starmie, finish you. Sabrina does not end it. I only have 1 knockout point. They can put up Gardevoir. Calm down, Twitch chat. Sabrina was lethal the previous turn before they drew this Mewtwo. Yeah, I think they're in checkmate so long as I don't pull a Twitch chat and like Sabrina and put my Starmie up. Asking my opponent if we can play a bit faster. I'm sure they're just trying to figure it out, but they are. We're checkmated from here. There's no variance in these plays. They're checkmated with just what's on board. My hand is irrelevant. I guess having the Sabrina technically means I guess the Sabrina is technically needed to checkmate them over the course. I should research, yeah, so that way when they red card me, I'm more likely to redraw the Sabrina. But, like, even if they red card the Sabrina out of my hand, they don't have a sequence that lets them actually win the game, right? Like, if I miss on... If they red card the Sabrina away and retreat to the Gardevoir, I put Lumineon up and crack one of their backline Pokemon, and then they could switch back to this and crack the Lumineon, but then the Starmie can't. Because they didn't put... Yeah, they needed to put an energy on here. I think there's actually a chance the opponent could have won this game if they would have put energy on here instead of the Mew. They've burned infinite time off the clock and missed that line. They have first energy advantage, which is a big deal. And I have Staryu here. It's not great for us. Second energy on Mewtwo clears the Starmie. This hand is red card bait, it is. Their red cards are a bit better when we're streaming, though, unfortunately. I'd like one Starmie, please. The shame none of these friends are Misty. If they have their Gardevoir on curve, we're actually still in trouble despite this draw. Because they had first energy advantage and we didn't have Misty. This draw only bails us out here if they don't have Gardevoir on curve. Alright, well this leaf implies that they don't have the Gardevoir. I want to hit heads on a Misty here so we can start poking this, ideally. I'm gonna Sabrina to make them choose between giving me a point or putting damage on the Mewtwo. They're putting Mew back up, really. I have 4 basics, a Pokeball, and 2 research in our deck. I think the second basic locks it up here, yeah? Because they have no potion, no blue. So we just mark damage here and then we're done. It's actually insane how many spots they would have been significantly better off in this game if the red card had been literally any other utility card. That'll do pig, that'll do fish, that'll do fish. chase him down. That was a good set. And from 225 to about 170. We have first energy advantage this round. That sounds lovely. I'll lead on Finian because its evolution has a free retreat cost. If they lead Geodude, we can swap around to the Farfetch'd. I guess this is punishing when they have the Geodude to start. It's just pretty unlikely they have this to start. You know, only 2 copies or whatever. I don't think I'm playing out any bench Pokemon right now. I'm trying to think if there's a reason to. I don't really want to give them a Hitmonlee target if I can avoid it. Playing out Staryu without Starmie guaranteed seems loose. They can't knock me out next turn. And if they energy tackle me, I can go Farfetch'd retreat Giovanni and clear the Geodude. They're 1 potion. Yep. Let's slide this back to the bench here. They only have a single potion and no copies of blues. They have no more sustain for the Scraveler other than evolving it. Worth noting that Mars Shadow triggers even if we clear something on the bench. When I get this Golem within Starmie range through its Guard Press. If they put an energy on Hitmonlee here, I'm probably going to clear this Mars Shadow out rather than continuing to pressure the Golem that's dying. Yep. We're looking for a Starmie so I can get this Staryu out down. Oh, man. Oh. I think I just have to hope to draw Starmie next turn. I think I have to clear the Mars Shadow. Because if I hit the Golem, they put the Golem up and clear this, and then the Farfetch clears the Golem, but then the Mars Shadow clears the Farfetch for lethal. And then they're through their only potion, so I just have to hope I hit the 50%er to hit my Starmie here. Two Starmies in. They have no copies of Sabrina. So I think it's retreated to this, and I'm actually gonna Geo here. So that way this Hitmonlee dies to a Smack plus another Geo. I think it's a breakpoint I care about. These Geos don't help me hit a lot of breakpoints in this matchup, so this is a relevant one. This is their only Hitmonlee. So this is our second point, and now Starmie clears anything they do next turn. Again, they've played their only potion, and they don't have any copies of blue. They know they're deterministically dead, because even if my Starmies are my bottom two cards here, I'm guaranteed to have them. Only gonna be one card in my deck next turn. This game shows why this has been my favorite deck to play lately. There's always so many different lines in these games, and it's really fun to puzzle out what the correct one is. If you haven't seen this deck we're playing before, that means you missed our new decks roundup today. You should be sure to check that out on the YouTube channel. This opener is quacked for us. I can't retreat to it this turn because they don't have any X speeds, only leaps. Aren't there is merit to Sabrinaing up the Geodude? We're probably not going to have the option to do that again here. We don't find Star U, we can get punished for it quite easily. Maybe even with the Staryu, I'm supposed to power up here to go after this if we top deck the Fidian. Go Pop, thanks for the 15 months. Yeah, I think I messed up. I think I should have, I think I should have put the energy on here last turn. Yeah, I think if I would have put this energy here, we'd have had a real shot to win this game. I think because I messed up my energy allocation, we're gonna be dead now. Yeah, I think the line here, because I made the mistake, is we have to Sabrina up the Geodude and then hope that their Leafs are buried. It's our sequence to win the game. I guess I also need them to not have Marshadow, because Marshadow has a retreat cost of 1. Oh, they just have Brock. They had double Brock. Yeah. And it's easy to focus on, like, my opponent had it all this game, but I made two big mistakes here. I should have Sabrina'd on the first turn and hit this with the duck. My opponent's draw was very, very good this game, but the quality of their draw would not have mattered if I had made better choices. And again, when you're playing card games, you have two different ways to look at them. You can be like, okay, I could salt off and stay bad and focus on like what my opponent drew and how lucky they were. Or I could choose to focus on the things that I could have done better and improve at the game. I had two key decision points I failed here. If I would have put my energy on the Lumineon to start, we would have been killing this golem with the Starmie, and then we'd be in a can't lose spot. All right, if this hits the 50%er to be Staryu, and Misty hits heads, double Starmie could get us across the finish line. We do not deserve to win this game. I played poorly. Can we get bailed out? We also need their Geo to be in the bottom 4. We also need their Geo to be in the bottom 4. We also need their Geo in the bottom 4. We did not deserve to win this game, but it's gonna happen. I made a number of mistakes, and their Geo is buried. They have no Sabrina in their deck. They are just dead here. Made two key mistakes and got bailed out by running 50/50s into them breaking their Geo. Sometimes lucky rubber ducky. Can't even misclick the Geo. No, their Hitmonlee's already good. We're playing against Charizard Moltres this round. 1 Sabrina, 1 Leaf, 1 Potion in their trainer utilities for our open decklist tournament. And they have 1 Growlithe, 1 Arcanine, and 1 Mew EX. So interesting 6 basics with both what's it called here? Staryu into Starmie with first energy advantage here. Feels really good. I'll vibe on playing the Fidian out for now. There's no red card, and we can't evolve first turn anyways. Want to play around them tempo Sabrinaing us. Thanks for the 2 months, Baker Street. Appreciate the prime hookup. 2 X speeds and a Leaf to allow them to get this Charizard out of the active slot here. They don't have a Moltres to get it out into, which is good for us. there any reason to play the duck out? I think I hold the fact that I have this. Tournament round banner, good call. It's new and I'm gonna forget it sometimes. Our opponent notably does not have a copy of Giovanni, which means this Arcanine cannot clear Starmie in one. If they don't have another basic, the Singleton Sabrina is going to be a big deal. They have their Singleton Sabrina. Okay, so I need to draw my X speed, a Misty with a Heads, or a Lumineon. A lot of hits here. Swing and a miss. I think I still Sabrina them, yeah? Because putting 40, they already used their potion, yep. So putting 40 on here with weakness means that 110 with weakness clears this next turn. They have their one copy of Leaf. Unlucky. Their lack of Giovanni here is absolutely huge, though. I think this Starmie is just enough pressure that we get to run them out of this. Yeah. We have first energy advantage again here. Have Finian. See if they have their Moltres to lean on. EX is definitely not an ideal start for them. I want to put 40 damage on the Charmander here. Because with the Lumineon draw, if they retreat it back, we still clear it next turn. Even if they evolve it, it's still dead, right? They need their one-of potion. Might be a real quick round, gamers. Play this out in case they want to be done. We'll obviously Pokeball here first, but I'll just let them know it's coming. Yeah, I think the game's probably done, so we'll play it out before we Pokeball if they want to throw it in.